Hi guys, welcome back. It's Ori from the Peace Office. We are today going to show you how to tune the edges of your ski. So first thing you've got to do is you've got to restrain the brakes using your elastic, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to flip it upside down just so that we can do the base edge of 1 degree with an alu oxide stone. That's all we're going to do. We're not going to file away on this base because then you're looking at calibration and getting it right, and it's very difficult. So what we want to do is we want to keep it simple. We're just using the alu oxide to deburr the base. By just running this base edge guide, which is also available on our website, and you just run it back and forth just to deburr anything on there. You'll be able to feel it when it catches on a burr, but just do that a couple of times up and down on both sides. Back and forth. Now what I like to do is I just move the stone a little bit, just a little bit, so that it gets a new base to go up and down on. Now that we've deburred the base, we're going to need that stone again, the alu oxide stone again. So we're just going to put that to one side. And now I'm going to put the ski on its side, secure it in the clamp, in the vise. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use our 87 degree, because that's the edge of my ski. More commonly is the 88 degree. All are available on the website as individual or as part of our home service kits. Put the alu stone there, clamp it into place, like so, and then once again just run it up and down along the edge. Not much pressure needed, just to deburr that edge completely. Now that we've deburred the edge, it is now time to actually sharpen the edge. So, metal file, it is in one direction, and we attach it to our edge angle guide with a clamp. I tend to keep it slightly at an angle, and then this is very important that you get the right position and the right pressure. You don't want to apply too much pressure, but you want to apply enough to be able to sharpen the edge. So you put one arm there, keeping it slightly, pulling it slightly towards the ski so that maintains the angle. I put one arm on top to push the pressure down, and then what I do is walk backwards. Let's walk backwards as it takes the edge, sharpens it for you all the way to the end. After we've sharpened it, which could take 4, 5, 6 passes, it depends how blunt the edge has gotten. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that the edge is nice and sharp, and you can feel for burrs which are coming off. That means that the edge is nice and sharp. And we've got the hanging burrs to deal with in a minute. So let's get rid of all the metal bits that might have come off. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to use our diamond stones for polish. So the first one I'm going to use is the 200, and what I do is I put it on there, and then we use the Easy Cut diamond fluid, which we use on our diamond stones, which will help glide along and maintain the life of your files. Otherwise they might get too hot and it will die off quicker. So what I want to do is I want to put this on here, spray it on like so, not too much, just enough, and then we go onto the ski, a little bit of pressure but not too much, and we're just doing it backwards and forwards with overlapping motion. Overlapping a motion nicely like this, and we want to go 5 times in total. Okay, we've used our 200 stone. Now we're going to use our 600. Again, all we want to do is apply some of our Easy Cut diamond stone fluid, a little bit on there, and then once again overlapping, just back and forth, the final bit of sharpening that we need to do. Again, I like to do this 5 times, but you may wish to do it more if you want to. I feel 5 is enough though. Okay, once we've done that, I'll quickly give it a quick wipe to get rid of all the liquid, and you can see all the black coming out there. That is now a nicely sharpened ski. The final stage of this is very simple. All we're going to do is we're going to deburr the bottom by just taking our white diamond stone, 600, we put a little bit of pressure towards us and rotate the angle just a little bit, not too much, and then we just give it one last all the way along the length of the ski. And that's it, deburred. Final bit, and your edge is done. You take your gummy stone, also available at the Peace Office, and you put it, just touch it on the end at 45 degrees, no pressure, just let the gummy stone use its own weight, and you just run it once over across. And there we have it. That's one sharpened ski. There is one optional bit that you can do at the end, which I don't usually do, which is detuning the tips and tails of the ski. Do you need to do that? Well, the argument I've always had is it's a carving ski. We want to use as much of it as possible. We don't want to detune the tip or the tail and lose a third of our ski, because we might as well have a shorter ski at that point. What you might do is just at the point of contact, just at the right at the tip, you might just give it a little bit of a rub like that, just gently, maybe at the point of contact. I don't normally do this, I don't feel it necessary, but some people do, some people swear by it. And there we have it, one edge done. Flip it over, do the other edge, and you're good to go. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any further questions, please go onto our website. We hope to answer most of them there. Until the next video, see you then.